Hi, I'm Jessica Mashburn with OK Lady Canine Training, and this is, I believe, Q&A number 10, and it is from Lindy, and she wants to know, how do you train a dog to walk well on a leash? I've read lots of methods, but it's one thing we just haven't been good at with the dogs we've owned. Our current pup is a beagle and has mild anxiety. She does well respecting other commands and is smart and learns quickly. On walks, her nose and anxious search for squirrels and wildlife mean that she tends to want to pull ahead or to the side. We have tried several types of training harnesses and collars, and she responds initially, but eventually goes back to pulling. What's the secret? So, first of all, the type of collar that you probably want to use for pulling, it's what I recommend and I use with every single dog, is a prong collar. And I do suggest the Herm Springer name brand prong collar. You can get it in any size. So for your little beagle, I would just get a smaller size one with smaller prongs. I believe you can get like a 1.75 to 2 millimeter size prong, and that's probably what you're going to want for your little dog. So I would use the prong collar. The big thing with walks is, well, there's a couple of big things, but when the dog is pulling, your correction that you give your dog, you don't want to pull back. You don't want a slow, gradual pull. If you've ever seen videos, training videos, of people working with attack dogs and teaching them to attack other dogs, what you will notice is there's always one person holding the dog back. And what that does is that creates a desire for that dog to lunge forward and create his own pull against the collar himself. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to just pull back on a dog who's pulling against you. The prong collar is designed so that you just give a quick pop as a correction. Instead of pulling, it's just a quick pop. And the strength of the pop, of course, depends on the size of the dog and what the dog will listen to. For your little beagle, I would say that the motion is probably just going to come from your elbow. You're not even going to use your shoulder. You're not even going to have to put a whole lot of force into it because it's a little dog. So just a little pop of correction. And he will tell you what the right strength of correction is by his response. So if he quits pulling, then you know you've found the correct strength of correction. If he keeps pulling, then you know you need to be a little stronger, be a little tougher. So the big thing, you say that he is always searching for squirrels and wildlife. Correct that with a pop from the e-collar every time he does it. Okay, so you're going to need to establish some rules with your dog. First of all, the heel means that your dog walks beside you. Your dog does not walk in front of you, does not walk behind you, it does not walk way over here, way over there. It walks right beside you, right beside your leg, right beside your foot. So anytime your dog strays from that, you give a quick pop and you say heel. Now when it comes to sniffing the ground, I don't let, these are structured walks. 90% of your walk should be structured. Only 10% of your walk can be free, for pottying, for whatever. So 90% of your walk should be structured. That means the rules are no sniffing the ground. If your dog sniffs the ground, you say no and you give it a pop. If your dog starts scanning and looking for wildlife, looking for things to get excited about, looking for whatever he can engage in, that's a pop and a no, because his job is just to be walking. That's you guys are on. He's on a mission. He's on a mission to walk with you. So, correction for scanning. As soon as your dog notices a squirrel, notices a bird, notices whatever gets your dog excited and actually takes notice in that bird. So if the ears pop up, or, I don't know what your dog's little body language things are, but like ears popping up, forehead, head wrinkling, he goes from to, okay, little things like that. Just watch your dog's body language. When he takes notice of something and wants to go after it. As soon as he takes notice, tell him no and give him a pop. Don't wait to see if he's going to go after it, because he's going to go after it. Also, if you wait to that point of him going to go after it, his mind, the escalation, the excitement in his mind is already way too high, and you've missed your opportunity to communicate. Because once they're that high, they can't hear anything outside of what they're focused on. So, correct as soon as he takes notice. Correct before the escalation, before the excitement. That is probably going to be what changes everything for you on your walk, especially if he's already looking and searching for things to get excited about. I hope that's helpful. If you have any other questions about the walk, please feel free to comment below this video, and I will be happy to answer any of those questions. If anybody has a question that they want answered on a Q&A post, please post that below, and I'll be happy to include that in an upcoming Q&A. I'm Jessica Mashburn, the lady in OK Lady Canine Training.